Hello everyone! Welcome to Native Man Math Tutorial wherein you can find free mathematics Tagalog tutorial. Ang content ng video lesson na ito ay Grade 10 Mathematics under Term 1, Week 8 of the revised K-10 curriculum. For today's video lesson, we're going to discuss illustration and solving measures of position such as quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. But before we discuss this lesson, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe for more video lesson. So what are you waiting for? Let's begin! The learning competency of this lesson is illustrate measures of position like quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Again, this is under Term 1, Week 8 of the revised K-10 curriculum. And for the objectives, at the end of the session, you will be able to, number 1, define measures of position. Number 2, identify measures of position such as quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Number 3, illustrate and differentiate the three measures of position. Number 4, calculate measures of position like quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. And number 5, calculate interquartiles and outliers. To start the discussion, let us do first this activity 1 entitled Who Am I? And this is the activity. Tell what measure of position illustrates by the graph below. Is it quartile, decile, or percentile? This is the first graph. So the graph divides into 4 equal parts. The second graph divides into 10 equal parts. And the third graph divide into 100 equal parts. Okay. So, which one is the quartile? Which one is the decile and percentile? Okay? So, this is the answer. The first graph is the quartile, the second graph is the decile, and the third graph is the percentile. Okay, so ano po ang ibig sabihin ng tatlong terms na ito? Quartile, decile, and percentile. So yan po yung pag-aaralan natin in step by step. The three terms are the so-called measures of position. And what are these measures of position all about? These are statistical values that indicate the relative standing of a data value within a data set. They divide an ordered set of data into equal parts, helping us understand how data are distributed. Measures of position focus on the distribution of data. Okay, so the measures of position is that the focus is the distribution of data. Meaning to say, we are going to identify the data, what is its location in the data set. Okay, unlike with the measures of central tendency that you are going to find the center of the data set. Here, we are going to find the location of the specified data in the data set. Okay, these are the importance of measures of position. First, show how data values are distributed. Second, help compare different data sets. Third, identify unusual or extreme values. And fourth, assist in interpreting test scores, rankings, and survey results. Okay, so let us define the three measures of position. The first one is quartile. What is quartile all about? Quartile is a 3 score points which divides the distribution into 4 equal parts. How about decile? Decile is a 9 score points which divides the distribution into 10 equal parts. How about percentile? Percentile is a 99 score points which divides the distribution into 100 equal parts. So the key term for quartile is 4 equal parts, decile 10 equal parts, and percentile 100 equal parts. So yun po yung key term for the three measures of position. Okay, so let me illustrate you the different measures of position. First is the quartile. Again, quartile. The quartiles are the 3 score points which divide a distribution into 4 equal parts. The 3 score points are quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3. So ito po yung 3 score points. So quartile 1 or Q1, this quartile is that 25% of the distribution are below the first quartile. How about quartile 2, Q2? 50% are below the second quartile. And quartile 3 or Q3, 75% are below the third quartile. Okay, let me illustrate you using figure para mas maintindihan pa po natin what is mean by the 3 score points. For example, these are the data set, okay? From smallest data to the largest data. So yung data set natin, it divides into 4 equal parts. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the boundary or the division of the 4 equal parts are the 3 score points. And the 3 score points are the quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3. So yan po yung ibig sabihin ng 3 score points and divide the distribution into 4 equal parts. Okay, so Q1, that is mean lower quartile. Ang lower quartile po is that 25% of the distribution are below the first quartile. Okay, so notice here, this is divided into 4 equal parts, mean to say, ito pong Q1, ito po yung 25%. Okay? How about Q2? That is the middle quartile. And it is the 50% are below the second quartile. So, 50% mean to say half of the distribution or kalahati po ng distribution. Kaya po siya ay 50%. Okay? And that is called the middle quartile. How about Q3 or upper quartile? So, upper quartile is that 75% are below the third quartile. Okay, so this part is the 75% of the whole distribution. Okay, so we have another term. Aside from the middle quartile, we have the so-called the median. Okay, so pwede po nating tawagin ito na Q2 or quartile 2. It can be middle quartile or it can be the median. Okay, so again, Q1 is 25%, Q2 is 50%, and Q3 is the 75%. Okay? How about the second measure of position, the decile? The deciles are the 9 score points which divide a distribution into 10 equal parts. Okay, so here are the 9 score points. We have D1 or decile 1, D2 or decile 2, until D9 or decile 9. Or we can call this one as for decile 1, first decile, for decile 2, second decile, until decile 9 or 9th decile. Okay, here, let me illustrate you the 9 score points in the distribution or the decile. So, for example, this is the whole distribution, okay, of data set from smallest data to the largest data. So, the whole distribution divide into 9 score points. Okay? At ang 9 score points po, yan po yung decile 1 or D1, decile 2, up to decile 9 or D9. So, ito po yung 9 score points. Now, how many equal parts are there? There are 10 equal parts. Okay, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, there are 10 equal parts. So, yan po yung ibig sabihin ng decile. Okay? It divides the distribution into 10 equal parts. Okay, so here examples of decile. D3 or decile 3 means 30% of the data are below that data value. Okay, so pwede po nating sabihin this is 30% for D3. Okay, for D4, 40%. For D5, that is 50% or half of the distribution is the decile 5. Okay, again, D7 means 70% of the data are below that value. Okay, until D9 or 90% of the data set. Okay? And deciles are commonly used in educational rankings, credit scoring, and income distribution studies. Okay? How about the third measure of position, the percentile? The percentiles are the 99 score points which divide a distribution into 100 equal parts. Okay, so again, the keyword for percentile is divides into 100 equal parts. And there are 99 score points. So here, let me illustrate to you how to write percentile. So here, P1 mean to say that is first percentile. P sub 2, second percentile. P sub 3, third percentile. P sub 4, fourth percentile until P sub 99, 99 percentile. Okay, so hindi ko na po na isa-isa na ilagay po dito until 99 kasi masyado pong marami. Okay, so again, from P1 to P99 and those are the 99 score points. Okay, here, let me illustrate you using the set of data. For example, this is the data set from smallest data to the largest data. Okay, here, it divides the distribution into 99 equal parts. But I cut it into by 10 kasi masyado pong marami if 99. Okay? So, from P1 to P10 here, from P10 to P20, P20 to P30 until P90. Okay? So, here, hanggang pwede pong P99. So, those are the 99 score points. Okay? Here, examples, if a student scores at the 90th percentile, it means the student's score is higher than approximately 90% of all scores in the group. Okay, for example, if your score is at the 90th percentile, okay, this one. Ang ibig sabihin po niyan, pag sinabi po nating 90th percentile ay 90% ng mga kaklase mo ay nataasan mo ng score o yung score mo ay nasa 90% sa lahat ng score ng kaklase mo. Okay, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng percentile. Okay, so percentiles are commonly used in standardized tests, health and growth charts, and performance evaluations. Now, let us have a comparison between the three measures of position, the quartile, decile, and percentile. So for example, this is the quartile. Again, the quartile has three score points, Q1, Q2, and Q3. Decile, we have the 9 score points from D1 to D9, and percentile, there are 99 score points from P1 to P99. But I cut it by 10, okay? From P10 to P90. So here, compare po natin yung location ng data in the data set or in the distribution. Okay, for example, I have this cut. Okay, so sa quartile, this is Q1. And what is the equivalent of quartile 1 in decile? Okay, so for decile, ang quartile 1 is that between D2 and D3. Mean to say, that is D2.5. Okay, so again, for quartile, this point is quartile 1. Sa decile ay D2.5 because it is between D2 and D3. And for percentile, that is between P20 and P30, that is mean P25. So, ang katumbas ng quartile 1 is D2.5 at ang katumbas po niyan sa percentile is 25th percentile. How about another line here? How about Q2 or quartile 2 or the median? For decile, it is the 5th decile. How about per percentile? That is the 50th percentile. Okay, so here, I'm going to write it here. Okay, Q2, sa decile po ay decile 5 at sa percentile ay 50th percentile. Another cut here. How about sa Q3, sa quartile. Quartile 3, ang katumbas po niya sa decile is between D7 and D8. That means, iyan po ay D7.5. Okay? At sa percentile, that is, okay, between 70 and 80, and that is 75. Kaya po sa percentile, that is the 75th percentile. Okay, so those are the comparison of the score points in the data set from quartile to percentile. Okay? Okay, so let's see how you understand the lesson by doing this activity 1, true or false. Okay, so ang sasagot lang po natin is true or false on the given statement. Number 1, quartile is a score points which divides the distribution into 4 equal parts. Is it true or false? Okay, pwede po muna ninyong sagutan and then see if your answer is correct or wrong. Okay, for number 1, the correct answer is true. Okay, quartile is into 4 equal parts. How about number 2? Percentile is a score points which divides the distribution into 9 equal parts. True or false? What's your answer? The answer is true. How about number 3? Seventh decile is the same as 70th percentile. Okay, repeat. Number 3, seventh decile is the same as 70th percentile. Is it true or false? Okay, so that's true. So seventh decile is the same as 70th percentile. How about number 4? 50th percentile is the median. Repeat. Number 4, 50th percentile is the median. True or false? Yes, that's true. So, yung gitna po sa percentile ay 50% or 50th percentile, that is the median. Okay? Doon po sa decile, ang pinakang gitna po or 50% of the decile is D5. Okay? At sa quartile naman po, quartile 2 or the median. Okay? How about number 5? Q1 is equal to D3 or quartile 1 is equal to third decile or decile 3. True or false? That is false. Okay, so again, kanina, ang Q1 is that equal to D2.5, not D3. Okay? How about number 6? Quartile 1 is also the middle quartile. Is it correct that quartile 1 is the middle quartile? That is false. Okay, so ang quartile 1 po, yan po yung first quartile, not middle quartile. Okay? How about number 7? D4 is equal to P40. True or false? That is true. Okay. So, ang decile 4, ang katumbas po niya sa percentile ay 40th percentile. And last, number 8, percentiles are commonly used in standardized test. True or false? That is true. Okay? Okay, so now we are going to discuss how to calculate quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. So there are two methods or two ways to find measures of position of a data set. And these are the two ways. Number 1, empirical distribution number with averaging. Number 2 method, weighted average estimate or the so-called linear interpolation. Okay, for the first way, the empirical distribution number with averaging, ito po yung different formulas that we are going to use. For solving quartiles, this is the formula. QK, Q means quartile, K is equal to NK over 4. How about solving deciles? This is the formula. DK, D stands for decile. Okay? DK is equal to NK over 10. And for the percentiles, this is the formula. PK is equal to NK over 100. So ano po yung key for the formula of the three measures of position? Q stands for quartile, D stands for decile, and P stands for percentiles. Okay. So yung pong denominator nila ay 4 quartiles because it divides the distribution into 4 equal parts. Okay? For decile, The denominator ay 10 because it divide the distribution into 10 equal parts. Yun po yung decile. And for percentiles, then divided by 100 because percentile divides the distribution into 100 equal parts. How about the N and K? What is NK? K is the specified location, okay? And N is the number of data. Okay, so how about the formula for the weighted average estimate or the linear interpolation? Ito po yung formula for solving quartiles. The formula is QK is equal to N plus K times, N plus 1 times K divided by 4. For deciles, dk is equal to N plus 1 times K divided by 10. And for pk, that is equal to N plus 1 times K divided by 100. So again, for quartile, divide by 4. For decile, divide by 10. And for percentile, divide by 100. So yun pong numerator ay pare-pareho pong N plus 1 times K. Okay? Again, what is K? That is the specified location. Okay, so these are the steps in performing the second method, the weighted average estimate or the so-called linear interpolation. Okay, so ito po yung step for linear interpolation. Step 1, find the locator. Okay, another second step, if the rank in step 1 is an integer, find the data value that corresponds to that rank and use it for the percentile. If the rank is not an integer, you need to interpolate between the two closest observations. Okay? Step number 3, take the difference between these two observations and multiply it by fractional portion of the rank. And for step number 4, take the lower rank value in step 3 and add the value from step 4 to obtain the interpolated value for the percentile. Okay, so here, gagawin po natin o ipe-perform po natin yung step 1, 2, and 3 until 4 in solving quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Okay, so now we are going to calculate quartile, decile, and percentile. Start po tayo solving quartiles using the first method, using empirical distribution number with averaging. Okay, so this is example for quartiles. Number 1, calculate the first quartile or Q1 and the third quartile or Q3 given the scores of 9 students in their math test. Okay, so here are the different scores of 9 students. We have 1, 10, 7, 8, 12, 15, 4, 9, and 13. So ito po yung 9 scores of students. Now, the first step to calculate the first quartile and third quartile is that we are going to arrange that or arrange the given data or score in order or in increasing order. Mean to say, start from the smallest number sa left side until the largest number sa right side. So ito po yung arrangement in increasing order. So the lowest data is 1, okay? And the highest data is 15. So 15 po ba ang pinakamalaki out of the data? Yes, 15. So we have 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and 15. So the scores now are ordered in increasing order. Okay. So here, the next one after arranging in increasing order is that we are going to use the formula of empirical distribution number with averaging. Ito po, for quartile. QK is equal to NK over 4. Okay, just substitute the given. K is the location. So ano ba yung hinahanap na location? So the location is Q1. Unahin po natin yung Q1. So if you are going to substitute, this will become Q1 or quartile 1, yun po yung hahanapin natin, is equal to NK. So N is the number of scores. So bibilangin lang po natin yung scores. Ilan po ba yung scores lahat? So count natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 scores. That's why N is equal to 9. And then K, kung ano po yung K po dito, okay, ano po yung location na hinahanap natin, yun po yung K natin dito. That is 1, K is 1, so that's why K here is 1. So NK means N times K. So if you are going to substitute the given, that will become 9 for N and 1 for K, that is 9 times 1. And then copy divided by 4. So to simplify, multiply numerator first, 9 divided by 4. Okay, so here 9 divided by 4 in decimal, that is 2.5 or 3. So always here, kapag ang nakuha po natin ay decimal, okay, now you're going to always round up. Ira-round up po natin kapag hindi po sakto pag may decimal. Okay? So 2.5 or 3. And 3 is that, okay, ito po yung location ng quartile 1. Ano po? Ang quartile 1, ang location po niya ay okay, pangatlo. Kaya ano po yung pangatlo dito sa ating dataset? Ang pangatlo po ay 7. Mean to say, ang hinahanap pong Q1 or the first quartile Q1 of the score is 7. Okay? So ang quartile 1 or ang Q1 of the dataset is 7. And that is the third in the dataset. Okay? Okay, so how about if you're going to calculate Q3 or quartile 3, okay, or third quartile. So again, this is the formula. QK is equal to NK divided by 4. Since ang hinahanap po nating location ay Q3, so that is Q3, ang K po ay 3. Okay? Is equal to, again, N is the number of scores. There are 9 scores, so 9 times, ang K po ngayon ay 3 kasi 3 po yung location. So 9 times 3 divided by 4. So multiply first numerator. 9 times 3 is 27 divided by 4. And that is equal to 6.75. Again, decimal number, always you round up. So 6.75 will become 7. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng 7? So ang location po ng Q3 ay pang 7 dito po sa ating data set. At alin po dito yung pang 7? So count po natin from smallest number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ibig sabihin 12 yung pang 7. Okay, in-circle ko. So 12 yung pang 7 and that is the quartile 3 or the third quartile of the data set. Okay, so here, the third quartile or Q3 of the scores is 12. Okay, this one. Nakuha po ninyo? How about solving deciles using empirical distribution number with averaging? Okay, so this is the first example for solving deciles. Number 1, find the 6th decile or D6 given the scores of 11 students in their mathematics summative test. At ito po yung 11 scores of the students. Okay, 1, 27, 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 31, 3, 4, and 21. So here, the first step to solve this one is arrange the scores or data in increasing order. At ito po yung arrangement niya in increasing order. The smallest number is 1 and the largest number is 31. Is it correct that the largest number is 31 or score? Yes, 31 is the largest score. Okay? So next step, you're going to use the formula for solving deciles. Okay, dk is equal to nk over 10. Okay, substitute the given. What is k? K is the location na hanapin po natin. Ito po yung 6 decile. So ang k po natin dyan ay 6. Okay, so we have d6 is equal to, okay, n times k. So ang n po ay number of scores or data. So ilan po yung scores? Nakalagay po dito, naka-indicate 11 students, kaya 11 scores po yan. Kapag wala pong naka-indicate, you're going to count. Okay? So count po natin kung tamang 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 scores. So n is 11 times what is k? Ang k po natin na hinahanap ay 6 decile, kaya 6. So times 6 and then divided by 10. Okay, copy 10. So multiply first. 11 times 6 is 66, then copy 10. So what is 66 divided by 10? That is equal to 6.6, or round up always, that is equal to 7. Okay. So here, ang location po ng D6 or 6 decile is the 7th number in the data set. So ilan po yung pang 7, or what score is the 7th score? So count po natin from smallest number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So ito po yung pang 7. Okay. So na-compute po natin na D6, yan po ay pang 7. So therefore, yun pong 6 decile in the distribution is 21. Okay? Ito po yung hinahanap ng problem na find the 6 decile. So the 6 decile of the given score is 21. Okay? Okay, so how about this number 2 example? Find the fourth decile or D4 given the scores of grade 10 students in their mathematics term examination. And the scores are 10, 27, 22, 16, 25, 12, 30, 25, 14, and 11. So here, the first step is you're going to arrange the data in increasing order. At ito po yung increasing order. The smallest data or score is 10, and the largest score is 30. Okay, so next step, we are going to use the formula for the decile. dk is equal to nk divided by 10. So k is the location of the number, which is, as in the question, which is fourth decile. Okay, fourth decile, so 4 is the k. So dk or d4 is equal to, what is n? So n is the number of data or scores. So count natin how many scores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So n is 10. 10 scores times k. So k is 4 here, kaya 10 times 4 and then divided by 10. Okay, multiply numerator. 10 times 4 is 40 divided by 10. And 40 divided by 10, that is equal to 4. So since the decile 4, the calculated decile 4 is 4. So what does it mean? Whole number po yung nakalculate po nating decile 4. So that means that is the fourth data. But there is a formula, or there is another calculation if the given is whole number. So pag whole number, kunin po natin yung pang-apat. Okay, so ang pang-apat po dyan ay 14 from the smallest data. So count natin 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth data here is 14. Now, pick 14 and then the next number or score. So the next number or score is 14. So we are going to add that two numbers and divide it by 2. So 14 plus 16 and then divide by 2. So 14 plus 16 is 30 divided by 2, that is equal to 15. So that means iyan po yung the fourth decile or D4 of the score is 15. Okay? Okay, so how about solving percentiles using empirical distribution number with averaging? Number 1 example. Find the 70th percentile of P70 given the scores of 9 students in their mathematics performance test. And the scores are 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 31, 7, 4, and 21. Again, the first step to solve this one is arrange the number or scores in increasing order. And this is the arrangement in increasing order. The smallest number or score is 3 and the largest number is 31. Okay, so after arranging in increasing order, use the formula for percentile. And the formula is PK is equal to NK divided by 100. So what is K? Okay, ang K po, yun po yung hinahanap ng problem. 70th percentile. So K is 70. So that is the location, or the location is P70 or 70th percentile. Okay, so here, NK. So what is N? N is the number of data or scores. So count po natin how many scores are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there are 9 scores in the data set. So N is 9 times k. K again is 70. So 9 times 70 divided by 100. So 9 times 70 is equal to 630 divided by 100. And 630 divided by 100 is 6.3 rather. So 6.3, if that is decimal, then always round that up. Okay, round to the next number. Okay, so round up. So P70 or the 70th percentile is the 7th score. So pang 7 daw po yung 70th percentile. So count po natin from the smallest number, pang 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So therefore, the seventh score here is 30, and that is the 70th percentile. So the 70th percentile P70 of the scores is 30. Okay? Okay, so another one. Number 2, find the 30th percentile or P30 given the scores of 9 students in their mathematics activity. And the scores are 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 31, 3, 4, 2, 1, or 21, and 22. So again, the first step, you're going to arrange in increasing order. So this is the increasing order of this data. The smallest number is 3. The largest number is 31. Okay? So, using the formula of percentile, again, Pk is equal to Nk divided by 100. Okay, so what is K? What is asked in the problem? 30th percentile. So, K is 30. So, this becomes P30 is equal to, what is N again? Count the number. How many scores? N is the number of scores. So, count po natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, there are 10 scores. So, 10 is N times K. 30 po yung K natin. So, 10 times 30 divided by 100. So, multiply. 10 times 30 is 300 divided by 100. That is equal to 3. So again, the calculated P30 is equal to 3. That is whole number. So kapag whole number, ay meron po tayong next computation. Okay, so here, P30 is the third number in the data set. So, count po natin mula dito. So, 1, 2, 3. Ito po yung third number. But, since this is whole number, kaya ang next computation po natin is that you're going to get the third number and then the next number. Okay, the third number here is 7 and the next number is 7. So, kunin po natin yung dalawang numbers. Okay, you are going to add and divide it by 2. So, 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 divided by 2, that is equal to 7. So, mean to say, 7 po, that is the 30th percentile. So, that the 30th percentile or P30 of the scores is 7. Okay? Okay, now we are going to solve quartiles by using weighted average estimate or linear interpolation. So, paano po i-perform ang linear interpolation? Number 1, calculate the first quartile or Q1 and the third quartile Q3 given the scores of 9 students in their math test. And here are the scores: 1, 10, 7, 8, 12, 15, 4, 9, and 13. So again, the first step, you're going to arrange the data in increasing order. At ito po yung increasing order. The lowest score is 1 and the highest score is 15. Okay? So dapat po ma-arrange po ninyo ng maayos. Okay, next step, you are going to use the formula for quartile by using in linear interpolation. So QK, again, Q stands for quartile, is equal to N plus 1 times K divided by 4. Okay, substitute the given. What is K? So, ang K po natin ay 1. Unahin po natin i-calculate yung quartile 1. Okay, so ang location po ay quartile 1. 1 po yan. That's why ang K po natin ay 1. Okay? Next is N. What is N? Or N is the number of scores. So, bilangin po natin how many scores are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 scores. That's why N is 9 and then plus 1 copy times K. Again, what is K? 1. So times 1 divided by 4. Okay, simplify the numerator. Add first. 9 plus 1 is equal to 10 and then times 1 divided by 4. So multiply. 10 times 1 is 10 divided by 4. That is equal to 2.5. So ang location po ng Q1 is 2.5. So decimal po siya. If decimal, then proceed to linear interpolation. Okay, so paano po mag-interpolate? So here, ang 2.5 po ay nasa pagitan ng 2 and 3. Okay, here, i-locate po natin yung 2.5 sa ating arrange scores. So here, count po natin 1, 2. Ito po yung 2 at ito yung 3. So yung 2.5 is between here. Between 4 and 7. So yan po yung 2.5. Since wala pong number between 4 and 7, ay mag-i-interpolate po tayo. Okay, so kunin po natin yung numbers between that 2.5. So, ang numbers po ay 4 and 7. So, we are going to subtract the two numbers. Unahin po natin i-subtract yung large number by the smaller number. So, 7 minus 4, that is equal to 3. Okay, so after that, pag meron na pong difference, you multiply 3 by the decimal of the calculated quartile 1. 2.5 and the decimal part is 0.5. So, 3 times 0.5. Okay? So again, 3, kunin po natin dito. And then yung 0.5, yung decimal part po dito. Okay? So 3 times 0.5 is equal to 1.5. Okay. What's next after multiplication? So yung 1.5 ay i-add po natin sa smaller number. So between 4 and 7, ang smaller number po ay 4. So get 4 and then add po natin yung product po dito na 1.5. So 4 plus 1.5, that is equal to 5.5. At ito pong 5.5, iyan na po yung quartile 1. Okay, the first quartile or Q1 of the scores is 5.5. Okay? How about this number 2 example? Find the second quartile or Q2 given the scores of students in their mathematics activity. And the scores are 5, 11, 8, 7, 13, 9, 5, 15, 6, and 11. Okay, here, you're going to arrange the data in increasing order. Yan po yung first step. Okay? So, the lowest score is 5 and the largest score is 15. So, after arranging in increasing order, we're going to use the formula for quartile. Again, QK is equal to n plus 1 times K divided by 4. So, ito po yung formula ng linear interpolation. Okay? So, here, substitute. So, what is our K? Ang hinahanap po ay second quartile. So, K po natin ay 2. So, Q2 is equal to n plus 1. N is the number of scores. So, count po natin how many scores? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, there are 10 scores in the data set. So, n is 10, then copy plus 1 times what is k? So, ang k po natin ay 2. Okay? Then, times 2. So, divided by 4. So, add first and then multiply. So, this become 10 plus 1 is 11, then copy times 2, then divided by 4. So multiply, 11 times 2 is 22 divided by 4. And that is equal to 5.5 in decimal. Okay, so here, since again decimal, okay, pang 5.5 daw po yung quartile 2. Okay, so here, wala pong exact na 5.5. So here, we are going to locate 5.5 in the arranged data set. So, count po natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito po yung 5. Okay, sa 8. So, 5.5 pagitan po ng 8 and 9. Okay? So, ang 5.5 po is between 8 and 9. So, we're going to interpolate since it is decimal. Okay? So, kunin po natin yung number. Okay? Between that 5.5 which is 8 and 9. Okay, here, subtract po natin yung two numbers, 9 minus 8. Always po in subtraction, unahin po natin yung larger number. So 9 minus 8 is 1. Then multiply this 1 by the decimal part here, 0.5. So 1 times 0.5. Okay, that is equal to 0.5. Again, 1 times 0.5 is equal to 0.5. Okay, and that number, you're going to add that by the smaller number between the two numbers. So 8 and 9, ang smaller po ay 8. So you're going to add 8 by, okay, this one, 0.5. So what is 8 plus 0.5? 8.5. So yung 8.5, that is now the second quartile. Okay? So here, the second quartile or Q2 of the score is 8.5. Okay, so how about solving deciles using linear interpolation? Example number 1, find the fourth decile or D4 given the scores of grade 10 students in their mathematics term examination. Okay, the scores are 10, 27, 22, 16, 25, 12, 30, and 25. So again, the first step, you're going to arrange that number or set of numbers in increasing order. So here, ito po yung increasing order. The smallest number is 10. The largest number is 30. Okay, so now, using the formula for decile, okay, so decile, ang denominator po yan ay 10. Okay, so dk is equal to n plus 1 times k divided by 10. So, always remember, kapag quartile ay 4, kapag decile ay divide by 10. So, the same po yung numerator, n plus 1 times k. Okay, so here, to calculate what is the location of that number, fourth decile, kaya 4 po yung k natin. So, d4 is equal to how many? N. So, N po is number of scores. So, count po natin how many scores. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, there are 8 scores. So, N is 8, then plus 1. What is K again? Times K is 4. So, times 4. Divided by, copy 10 here. Okay, so add first. 8 plus 1, that is equal to 9. And then 9 times 4 divided by 10. So 9 times 4 is equal to 36 divided by 10, that is equal to 3.6. So again, the location of D4 is 3.6. So wala pong 3.6 sa ating dataset. So ilolocate po natin asaan po yung 3.6. So count po natin from the smallest number, 3.6. So 1, 2, 3. So 16 is the third one and 22 is the fourth data. So yung 3.6 ay nasa pagitan po ng 16 and 22. So here, again, if decimal, proceed to interpolation. So yung dalawa pong numbers between that location 3.6 is 16 and 22. So subtract po natin yung dalawa. Okay, 16 minus 22, that is equal to 6. And that 6, i-multiply po natin sa decimal part. Okay, so 0.6 po yung decimal part. So this will become 6 times 0.6. Okay, is equal to 3.6. And this 3.6 added to the smallest number between the two numbers here, 16 and 22. So ang smallest number ay 16. So i-add po natin doon yung 3.6. So this will become 16 plus here 3.6, that is equal to 19.6. And 19.6, yan na po yung hinahanap ng problem. Okay? The fourth decile or D4 of the scores is 19.6. How about solving percentiles using linear interpolation? Number 1, find the 50th percentile or P50 given the scores of students in their mathematics activity. And here are the different scores. 1, 27, 16, 7, 31, 7, 30, 31, 3, 4, and 21. So again, in solving the 50th percentile using linear interpolation, arrange the data or score in ascending or increasing order. Okay, so ito na po yung increasing order. The smallest number is 1. The largest number is 31. Okay, then proceed to calculating the 50th percentile using the formula. So Pk is equal to n plus 1 times k, since percentile, divide by 100. Okay, so here, substitute the given. So what is k? Ano po ba yung hinahanap ng problem? 50th percentile. So ang k po natin ay 50. So P50 is equal to n. N is the number of scores. Bilangin po natin how many scores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 scores. So n is 11. Then plus 1 times what is k again? 50. So times 50 divided by 100. So add first. 11 plus 1 is 12. And then times 50 divided by 100. So multiply. After addition ay multiplication. 12 times 50, that is equal to 600 and then divide by 100. So 600 divided by 100 is 6. Okay, here, since yung atin pong P50 is equal to 6, then if not decimal, no need to interpolate. So whole number po yung nakuha natin na location ng P50, and then no need interpolation. Okay, so here, ilocate po natin yung pang-anim dito sa ating arranged data. So pang-6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 16 is the 6th number in the data set. Okay? So 16, that means the 50th percentile or P50 of the score is 16. Okay? Okay, so another lesson that we're going to discuss here is the so-called interquartile range or IQR. So ano pong ibig sabihin nito? The interquartile range or IQR is a measure of spread that is often used to detect outliers. The IQR is the difference between the first and third quartile. So again, ang IQR po is that used to detect outliers. And the formula is that IQR is equal to quartile 3 minus quartile 1. Okay, ano po ba yung outliers? So here, outlier is a value that is considerably larger or smaller than most of the values in the data set. Okay, illustrate ko po sa inyo kung anong ibig sabihin ng outlier. So, this is the Turkish rule for detecting outliers. Okay, so kailangan po natin ng lower boundary. Okay, this one. Q1 and upper boundary Q3. For the lower boundary, we have Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR. Okay? And the upper boundary is equal to Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR. So here, illustrate ko po sa inyo, ito po yung outlier. For example, we have data set arranged in order or increasing order. Smallest number is 3, largest number is 16. For example, ang lower boundary po na nasolve po natin is 4 and the upper boundary na nasolve po natin ay 18. So here, ano po yung between 4 to 18? Kasi ang outlier po natin ay ito pong lower boundary is 4 and upper boundary is 18. So what is our outlier? What is a number that is not part of the lower and upper boundary? That is 3. So ang outlier po natin dito ay 3. Okay? Not belong to the lower boundary and the upper boundary. Okay? Let's have example to understand about that interquartile range and outlier. So determine if there is an outlier in the data set. Number 1, the scores 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 16, 16, 18 of the 10 students in a 20-item test. Okay, here, para ma-determine po natin kung mayroon po siyang outlier in the data set, we need to follow the Turkish rule. Okay, ito po yung solution. First step, find Q1 or quartile 1 and quartile 3. So here, from the given data set, okay, hindi ko na po ipapakita kung paano i-compute yung quartile 1. So here, the quartile 1 is 7 and the quartile 3 is 16. Okay? Naituro ko na po kanina how to calculate quartile. Okay, so quartile 1 is 7 and quartile 3 is 16. Okay, that is using by empirical rule. Now, after identifying Q1 and Q3, okay, proceed in finding the IQR or interquartile range. So ito po yung formula. IQR is equal to, okay, so Q3 16 minus Q1 7 and 16 minus 7 is equal to 9. Okay, after calculating IQR, then proceed to step number 3. Compute the outlier boundaries. Okay, so compute po natin first yung lower boundary. Ang formula ay Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR. So again, nagtatanong po kayo, saan po galing yung 1.5? So yung 1.5 po, yan po ay constant sa formula. Yan po yung na-derive ni Turkey. Kaya po Turkey's formula. Okay, or Turkey's rule. So ito po ay constant yung 1.5. Okay? Kahit na po ano po yung i-compute ninyo na interquartile range, always meron pong 1.5. Okay? So, here, substitute the given. Quartile 1 na nasolve po natin ay 7. So, that's why 7 minus, okay, 1.5 times what is IQR? Okay, ang na-compute po natin na IQR ay 9. Kaya times 9 here for IQR. And then simplify, multiply first, and then subtract. So, this become, okay, 7 minus 1.5 times 9 is 13.5. Okay? And 7 minus 13.5 is equal to negative 6.5. Okay, so ang lower boundary po natin ay negative 6.5. How about upper boundary? So ang formula po ay Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. So ang Q3 po natin dito ay 16. So 16 plus 1.5. What is IQR again? 9 is the IQR. So times 9. So multiply first. Okay, 1.5 times 9. And then yung result, ipa-plus mo po sa 16. Then the answer is 29.5. Okay, here. Since i-locate po natin yung 29.5, yung upper boundary. So ito po yung number arranged in increasing order. Meron po bang umabot ng 29.5 from the given numbers? So hanggang 18 lang po yung number. Okay? So wala pong lumampas sa 29.5. Okay? Sa lower boundary naman, negative 6.5. Meron po bang negative number here? Wala po. Ibig sabihin, wala pong outlier sa dataset. Wala pong outside the lower and upper boundary. Okay, so here, therefore, there is no outlier since all values in the dataset are between negative 6.5 and 29.5. Okay? To end up the discussion, so let's have this exercise number 1, multiple choice. Okay, for number 1, which of the measures of position for ungrouped data where it divides the distribution into 100 equal parts? A percentile, B decile, C quartile, and D median. Okay? So again, I will give you 3 seconds to answer. So the correct answer there is percentile. So ang keyword po natin ay 100 equal parts. Yan po ay percentile. How about number 2? The lower quartile is equal to blank. A, 50th percentile. B, 25th percentile. C, second decile. And D, third decile. Okay, so what's your answer? The answer is letter B, 25th percentile. So, ang lower quartile po, katumbas po niya ay 25th percentile. Number 3. The median score is also the blank. A, 75th percentile. B, 5th decile. C, third decile. And D, first quartile. Okay? So, the median score is also the blank. So, what's your answer? The answer there is letter B, 5th decile. Okay. So, kapag i-compare po natin sa decile, ang median po yung pinakang gitna. Ang pinakang gitna po sa decile ay 5th decile. Sa percentile naman po, ang pinakang gitna ay 50th percentile. So, ito po ay 75. That's why ito po ay wrong. Okay. Sa decile po ay third decile. That is wrong. And first quartile, Q1, 25% po yan. Hindi po yan median. Okay. So, the answer is letter B. How about number 4? Find the median of the following scores. So 7, 17, 9, 22, 21, 24, 8, 11, and 19. So ito po yung given. Choices rather. A is 17, B 16, C 15, and D 13. Okay? So medyo mahaba po yung pagko-compute nito because you need to arrange in increasing order. So try nyo po munang i-post yung video lesson na ito and then try to play it again after calculation to see if your answer is correct. Okay? So the correct answer is letter A, 17. How about number 5? In a group of 50 examinees taking the 50-item test, Palpalatok obtained a score of 38. This implies that his score is blank. A. Below the 50th percentile. B. At the upper quartile. C. The 55th percentile. And D. Below the third decile. So try to analyze the given problem and choose the letter of the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer there is letter B, at the upper quartile. Okay, so how about this learning activity? We have find the second quartile or Q2, fifth decile or D5, and 80th percentile or P80 given the scores of students. So, ito po yung scores ng students. You're going to calculate second quartile, fifth decile, and 80th percentile. Okay? So here, pwede po muna ninyong i-post yung video lesson na ito. Try to answer first or try to calculate first, and then later, play it again. Okay? But this time sa learning activity, hindi ko po na i-post or na isama dito yung key answer. If you want to check if your answer is correct, just comment your answer in the comment section below, and then I'm going to tell if that is correct or wrong. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you learned from this simple video lesson. So see you on my next discussion.